Children who were the victims of influencer parents. What did they do to you? My mom turned my life into her live stream, locking me in my room and claiming I'd drop dead the moment I stepped outside. On the day I turned 11 years old, she told me I was suffering from a condition called atmospheric reactivity syndrome, and she was the only one who could protect me. I was made to leave school and was confined to my room 24/7. She would slide my meals under the door and they would never have any salt in them because she claimed spices could trigger violent reactions. At 7 p.m., I would drop all my clothes and stand in front of a mirror with my arms high up in the air. Mom would check for blemishes and then say, "Remember that this house is the only place you'll ever be safe. If you go out, then your limbs will be torn apart within seconds." The internet was also strictly off limits because the last time I had used it, I had seen a few medical forums and asked questions like, "Is there anyone else with my condition?" Whenever I asked her why there were so many restrictions in our house, she'd smile and say, "It's for your protection, sweetie." I thought that because she was my mother, I had to believe her, but something didn't sit right with me. I can't explain it, but I had a feeling in my gut that made me think her truths were twisted. One day when she had gone to work, I decided to claw away at the black paint that was covering the windows. It took me an entire hour to peer through, but I got super excited when I finally saw sunlight, and to my surprise, my skin didn't burn or melt, it just looked brighter. I suddenly became scared because I didn't want to think Mom had been lying to me, but the truth was right in front of my eyes. I ran to the attic and looked for my mother's old phone, the one that she had allowed me to use for a few weeks before taking it away. It was hidden under 2 boxes, but I found it, and I instantly searched for my condition. I looked everywhere, but each site told me the same story. My supposed illness didn't exist. I felt dizzy. My anger blended in with confusion, and I got determined to confront her. I rehearsed my lines until the moment she came back and said it to her face. "Mom, I know I'm not sick." Her reaction was swift and violent. She threw a chair across the room and yelled, "Who put these ideas in your head? I've given up everything to keep you safe." But her anger only confirmed my suspicion. Late that night, I waited for her to fall asleep and then used the phone to call emergency services. I explained the situation and didn't stop talking until I was out of breath. Within minutes, a police car arrived and they knocked loudly on the door, startling Mom awake. She answered groggy and confused, but quickly shifted to her charming personality when they questioned her. "My daughter is obviously exaggerating. She's just confused and anxious." But I burst forward from my room and yelled, "Check the house! She locks me in my room. She won't let me leave and lies about everything." The officers hesitated, glancing between Mom's calm face and my desperate pleas. Finally, the younger officer stepped forward. "We'll take a quick look around, ma'am." I guided them quickly through the house and showed them the bolted windows, doors locked from outside, and the calendar with my daily routine written on it. Their faces shifted from doubt to horror. They documented everything, taking photographs and notes. Mom's facade cracked when she realized she wasn't getting out of this. She lunged at me and grabbed my wrists. "Are you kidding me? I spent so long trying to protect you from the world, and this is how you repay me?" The officers pulled her back and restrained her, placing her in cuffs as she screamed accusations and threats. The weeks afterward were a blur. Both me and my mom were placed in sessions with psychologists, and it turned out that she was a regular blogger on the dark web. Her blog only had 200 views, but she thanked each viewer personally and told them how happy she was that other people wanted to know about her life. She was telling strangers about her rebellious daughter, and they were all encouraging her to control me. There were even cameras in my room that I never knew about, and she had been uploading that footage to her blog. Her removing spices from my food and checking my skin for blemishes were all suggestions made by those strangers. It was twisted, and everyone was shocked. I still remember the day the judge mandated extensive psychiatric treatment for her and lengthy probation without any contact with me. I was placed in foster care and went back to school, slowly rebuilding my life one piece at a time. Months later, Mom tried contacting me through letters and desperate apologies, but I returned them unopened.